Was always the lazy student. I've never liked doing stuff in school. I never liked studying. I didn't really care about most of the subjects. And when I did enjoy those subjects, there were only a few hours per week, so it was really nothing compared to everything else that I had to do that I didn't care about. But yet I still had to perform well. I still had to get good grades. That's probably you too, man. Because we as students have the obligation to perform well, even on stuff that we do not care about. And then we are like going to be wasting so much time just studying, learning meaningless stuff. For example, I don't even remember most of the stuff that I've learned for chemistry because I don't care. It's not going to be something that I'm going to be pursuing in my life. And yet I had to, like, spend a lot of time on that. I don't remember anything. Who am I? I'm Martin. You never had to. I've never had a worse grade than a B on like the final grades when at the end of the year, at the end of the school year, sorry, you get like your grades listed out. I've never gotten a worse grade than a B on this, which in my country means that I get something like honors. And like I've kept up this high marking while lowering the time that I needed to spend studying because when you start out you are studying quite a lot and it's quite easy. Teachers don't want a lot from you, but as time went on the difficulty progressed and it was harder and harder, but I became someone who studied less and less. And even my parents were asking me, Martin, when are you learning? Because we see you having all these good grades, these amazing grades, but we don't actually see you studying. That's because I don't really study. And I'm no genius, alright? There are people in my class who are 10 times more smarter than me. They don't even have to take notes. They just are in the class and they already know every answer to the test that's upcoming. That's not me. And chances are that's not you either. But I've developed a way where I use the maximum leverage that I can possibly use to stop wasting my time studying and actually like enjoy my life, because I don't want to be doing this for like I just don't care. And I think that you don't care either, but you still have to get good grades. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. So let's start with the basics, the basic stuff that you already should have like completed. You need sleep, obviously. You need to have good sleep. So go to sleep every day and wake up every day at the same time. Don't watch anything like on your screen 1 hour before bed. Don't eat anything 3 hours before bed. That's really all you need. Be consistent, don't skip any days, you'll be golden. That's like one of the hardest parts of like changing the lifestyle for these great grades. Another thing is fix your diet. You can do it by just cutting out sugar and the food that you know you shouldn't be eating. Like there are foods that you already intuitively know that shouldn't be in your system and you still eat it. So just cut these out, cut out the sugar, excessive sugars, you'll be golden, man. Another thing is move, like move somehow just move and do anything. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now comes the hard part, or it's not really hard part. It's just the system that we are going to implement. This system made me like basically a nerd without studying. I don't need to study really, and I still get the grades that the nerds get. Even better, man. Like a lot of times I score higher than the nerds who have studied for like a test for a long time. I didn't. I don't really study, and I still get better grades. So listen up. You're going to be taking your notes by hand, obviously, because that's like the superior way. Then you're going to convert those notes into like an electronic form. Trust me, man, you need to do this. Take your notes by hand, then convert them to digital one. Now that you've done that, take the digital notes and throw them into like an AI and ask it to generate just a bunch of questions based on the topic, and under each question generate an answer. Now that you have generated the answers, just fill out the test as if you were taking a test, and after each question compare the answers, the one that you've made and the one that the AI has created. If those are the same, great, you've done it right. If not, then of course you got it wrong. You repeat this a few times, you're golden. You don't need really more than that um, for your test preparation. But the key thing is here, you need to pay attention in class. You actually have to have some kind of baseline knowledge of what you are going to be like tested on. So that means try hard in like class, that's obvious. It's also like so dumb that imagine you don't really even take like you don't even pay attention in class. You will still have to be in that class for the whole time. And if you do not learn in the class, you will have to learn somewhere else. And that somewhere is your free time. And then you become depressed because you don't have any free time. Well, of course, because you spend it doing nothing. So please, like, pay attention in class. It will make your life so much easier, and I'm telling you this from experience. Because when I don't like pay attention, my grades worsen. I still manage to like make those grades up by trying harder, but trust me, it's much easier when you pay attention. Okay, so paying attention, you're doing the self-testing. Now when do you really do it? You need to do it every morning. Not necessarily every morning, this depends on your situation. If you know which when you are going to be writing these tests, then you can just do it few mornings before the test, maybe like 2 or 3 mornings. If you don't really know when you are writing that test, you need to be doing this every single morning. Every single morning you wake up and you start doing those tests that you have prepared from the night before. This way you are always ready, always on point, always sharp, and you always know, and nothing can really surprise you. Now there is this one bonus way to just improve. You need to basically become the teacher. If you actually wanted to deepen, like really deepen your knowledge about a topic, get a friend, get someone, any person who is cooperative will do. And try to like explain them the topic that you're going to be tested on. And they will ask what you questions and you will need to answer them. And a lot of times you will not know the answers, so you search up the answers. This is the one of the best ways to actually learn. Become the teacher, do the self-testing, you'll be golden, man. You will not need to spend time doing the dumb, wasteful, learning where you are just reading the notes and, highlighting it. It's not really effective. Study sessions are not also really effective unless you're doing the teaching. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can just wake up half an hour earlier, study there, then go to school, and then after that you will have that time for yourself. It is that simple, man. If you want to like delve deeper into this topic of saving time while getting better grades, I've prepared like a course for you which I know that will help you, man. So if you're someone, a student, who is trying to do this, where you're just so disappointed with all the time that you're wasting, go to the link in the description and check it out. Since I've made basically a bunch of these videos with some guidance and bonuses that is going to just jumpstart your learning routines. You will save so much time. So you should take it as an investment. You will invest some money into this course and it is going to give you your time back. It's like a time machine. Now imagine that you had to study, like for a test, upcoming test that you didn't really care about, didn't study for. But then something like really dramatic happens in your life. Like for example, one of your grandparents gets really sick and you cannot really spend that much time with them. Like of course you can somehow do it, but you will have this stress factor in your head that, oh, I have these like things that I need to take care of, so I can really be fully present in the moment. Or sorry man, I cannot really come, I have all these tests in my school. Imagine if you didn't have this stress, if you were already knowledgeable and didn't need to study that much, and had the time at your disposal to spend this time with your loved ones who actually need you. That's what I'm actually giving you. It's not really getting better grades or getting more time to scroll on Instagram. That's not what I'm giving you. I'm giving you your time back with your grandparents. So don't treat it lightly. Actually apply the knowledge that I've given you. You can also subscribe if you like these videos and if I've given you any value. And also check the course out.